Welcome back, guys. This is wolfwire Studios, and it's been quite a while. And no, this time for real, it's been really long. I guess it's been a month, I don't know, since I last recorded the Devlog. So yeah, I've done quite a stuff, but it's internal, and I've added a lot more assets. I remember showing you guys a lot of stuff from the outside, I remember that, but I have added some stuff on the inside. So let's just quickly see everything in action. And I know I make quite big videos, like, showing you guys everything and then playing them in the editor, but this time I've decided I'd rather show you guys everything directly in action, and yeah, that will be good. So let's just quickly dive in and see what all I've updated right now. So first of all, yeah, so as you can see, guys, a very new thing, this AC unit. I haven't made this asset, don't worry. This asset is from Sketchfab. I only textured it, so yeah, these textures are mine on this AC unit, but the asset is someone else's, and goes without saying, I'll be crediting the respective author in my game later on. So, and that's not the only thing that's happening here, as you can see. Wait a minute, I forgot the key. Yeah. So if you look carefully, this fan is rotating, right? So what I did was I created this prefab, which consists of the main body, as you can see, this body, and which also consists of the fan. Fan is a blueprint, and the AC body is just a static mesh, and yeah, that's all. So this blueprint has a rotating component inside it. It's very simple. You just have to add the actor component and set some values, how much you want to rotate and what should be the speed and everything, and that's it. You just place it and it will rotate on its own. I implemented a similar thing to be used in table maps, and yeah, that's all. These are some chairs. Let's just move in quickly and see building D. So as you can see, this is building D. It has changed quite a lot since you guys saw it last time, and yeah, I mean, here we have some stuff, some tables, some documents to work upon, another table, and you have your sofa. As you can see, this is the second iteration of the same blueprint. I'm using a static mesh of the table fan and then a rotating fan. Then we have the lamp, we have a notice board, we have some boxes, and we have a media center, and yeah, there will be a console here, don't worry, there will be a console. I guess I'll have to shrink it down, but it's okay. And that's the TV. First of all, guys, this stuff isn't final, okay? It's subject to change. It's in production, so it is, very dynamic. These things may be scaled down or maybe scaled up according to the size of the things. I mean, it's just this character right now, and what if I add different NPCs, I mean, everything has to fit perfectly, right? According to the scale, at least. So this is the television, and I remember showing you guys the material from last time, the last video, so I'm not going to show that again. And this is a wardrobe, this is a toolkit, sorry, a tool chest, the same lockers, and let's just move inside the meeting room. The building D meeting room has been expanded. As you can see, we have a water container, the drawers, the cabinets, a TV, and a laptop. And here we have this, whatever is this. Wait, why are they upside down? I have no idea. Something is wrong, surely. Yeah, as you can see, this stuff here. Let's just quickly move out. Ouch. None of them opens outside. Amazing. So yeah, that's the first thing that I've completed, and with all of these things that I'm going to show you guys, level design part 1 is completed. Okay, I'm not going to do anything else in this part 1. It is what it is. I'll start working on other components of the game, mainly the player mechanics, let's say like vaulting, and maybe working on characters first. And after putting them in the game and maybe at least creating some cutscenes or some, I don't know, dialogues or maybe a sequence or so, like at least I'll have some sort of a product to show someone, right? After that, I'll be doing the next part of level design, like adding even more details like decals or even more props and scaling things down perfectly according to the need and everything, you know. So I'll have to see. I'll have to add even more of these mannequins for testing and scaling properly. Let's go inside building C. You guys might remember this part, the front desk. Let's go inside. You guys may also remember this part, all of this here. I have added a server. As you can see, the server is being used and it changes its colors. These are the monitors, the desks, you guys remember. These are the clocks, yeah. This is one of the new additions that I've added, the clocks. And as you can see, there are multiple locations written here: Benghazi, Italy, Washington, Moscow, New York. And of course, these are blueprints and these are separate assets. I created all of them on my own, simple as that. And these three hands of the clock are different. The seconds, minute and hours hands, they are all separate objects and they'll rotate on its own with respect to the code written in the blueprint. Let's just move. And that's pretty much it. Other assets I remember showing you guys, and it's nothing new here, nothing different. I mainly have worked in building B and a bit in building C, and that's all with Annex. Now let's quickly move on to Consulate. So let's just try, you know, playing from here if possible. Yeah. So first of all, you guys can see I've added some sandbags here for the accuracy, because I remember there were some sandbags laid upon in this area, in this exact area in the Consulate in the real events. So for that accuracy, I've added some sandbags. I don't know what exactly the use of these sandbags will be. I mean, will they be used or not in my story? But let's see. I've added the same AC unit here, some electrical boxes. If you guys remember this pool room, so one of them is going to be a storeroom for having supplies and stuff, because, well, remember, the ambassador is always on the move, right? So there has to be something, someplace, I mean somewhere he has to store his supplies and everyone else's supplies, like the people following him. This is a small room. It will be the room for the DS agents, the diplomatic security agents, their wardrobe and their locker for stuff, you know, a simple table. Of course I'll be adding chairs and whatnot, but again, like I said, it's very minor detail. I mean, it's not very essential to the lore and everything, so you can even hide these stuff and not many will notice. But yeah, I'll add whatever I can. I also have to keep performance in mind, so that's another thing. Yeah, and now let's just quickly enter the Consulate and see what all I've added. It's going to be really breathtaking. I mean, for me it was, the amount of changes I've added. So welcome to the Consulate. As you can see, we have a gold trim on the ceiling. Wait a minute, is something wrong? Yeah, as you can see, it's not perfect, but it's okay. I'll fix it, no issues. As you can see, this gold trim is everywhere and it's actually looking nice. It's very reflective in nature because it's a gold trim. It has this skewed pattern on it, which is very Middle Eastern, and I've added some static curtains. I'm not going to add physics to them because they're very performance intensive, so they're just serving as a prop for blocking the light. We have the television and the media center for, yeah, it's actually, this media center looks nice, right? This is the main table. I'm gonna call it center table. A coffee set and a table fan using the same blueprint, basically the same prefab. We have ceiling lamps, as you can see, and we have wall lamps as well. Yeah, I added some basic lighting because why not? All of these wall lamps are using simple point lights, and the ceiling lamps have their own rectangular lights. If you can just close it and see, as you can see, they are having their own respective illumination, but they have rectangular lights, so as this place is perfectly illuminated. A small storage room for documents and everything for the ambassador and other people here, with a lamp and files and whatnot. Let's just look inside the side rooms. This is, as you can see, a bookshelf because ambassador is apparently a fan of reading stuff, but this isn't because of the ambassador. These books are here because, well, they were, like I said, this is like a refuge thing. Okay, I mean, this place was built by someone else, so there are some props lying around here and there that belong to the original owner, but I haven't added all of them, but yeah, one of them is this. It actually adds to the authentic, you know, experience of such a place. As you can see, this rack that we have here, this cardboard shelf. Sorry, for a moment I thought something is wrong. So during the gameplay, there will be a mechanism that is going to push this all the way here, or maybe push this like in front or something, and then we can access. As you can see, it is blocking the gate right now so that we can access the gate. See, the collisions aren't even properly set up right now. Of course, it's going to be a mess. I mean, it's filled with bugs and everything. So I'll have to disable this door from being, you know, toggled open and close while this shelf exists here. And let's go inside the bedroom for the ambassador. As you can see, we have a bed along with, I don't know what is this, a blanket, a simple blanket, yeah, with a pillow and a phone and some books. And we have this, a table lamp. Turn in place is not perfect. I'll have to fix it. Some wardrobes for stuff to be kept within, and yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I know it's not a lot, but trust me, when you're actually doing level design, it's a lot. I mean, to add those gold trims and, you know, putting them in their place and adjusting them, aligning them, rotating them, doing the same with every other object that you have just seen, and then, like, you know, doing them all over again because I'm not satisfied with the way they look and everything else. Yeah, it's a lot. It's actually a lot. You guys might be thinking, where is this guy? Why is not uploading anything? It's like there's no update for his devlogs. Well, there is an update, guys. It's just that I was busy with every other thing and I was busy doing this. So we have the cantina with the basic lighting, and that's pretty much it. No other prop is laid out here. The props that I've actually laid out properly are here in this TOC. You guys might remember this place, the Tactical Operations Center. That was actually the communication center for the consulate. I mean, the guy that was here was also a DS agent, but was living with communications expert, and they were able to, you know, establish everything with respect to the internet and whatnot. So this is their room. As you can see, we have 2 servers lying around, and because why not? Like, these are good servers, they should be here. And like, these things are tangible, okay? In the event of any attack or something, they'll have to be destroyed, so it's fine. Some monitors and computers, a fan, a glass, and a bottle, and a hard drive, the big one. And then we have this, a laptop, and then we have a lot of hard drives because this is actually related to the lore. I mean, if you'll read about the story, the Tactical Operations Center had a lot of laptops and, you know, a few computers and a lot of hard drives in it, because they were actually keeping surveillance data. They were actually keeping, you know, every other CIA related data that they wanted to keep, or maybe the data that was like concerning ambassador. I hope you guys are getting that. Anyways, these are the hard drives. As you can see, laptop, lockers, and tools chest, and that's it. So that's it, guys. That's all I have for level design. Apart from that, I can show you guys what exactly I've done in terms of blueprints. Yeah, the frames are dropping. So as you can see, this is what I have here, right? Let me just put an optic for reference. Look at the shadows here, okay? So if I press E, I can lean right. If I press Q, I can lean left, as you can see. If I press Q again, I can disable lean. If I press E again, I'll lean to the right, and pressing E will also reset me once again. And I can still press T to activate canted side, and I cannot lean if the canted is open, so I'll have to disable the canted. So when I disable it, only then I can lean. And the good part is this lean is dynamic. As you can see, it's like Rainbow Six Siege. Basically, you can lean, if you're leaning right, by pressing the opposite key, you can directly lean to left. So as you can see, the problem is this angle isn't the perfect one. See, as you can see, it's making a curve and it shouldn't make a curve. So these are the values that I've added. So of course I can adjust the values, no issues, the Z value or the Y value. But yeah, I've had that mechanism set up in place. Let's see how it's working. So first of all, I had to create an enum. As you can see, lean states, lean left and lean right, simple as that. I had to make a variable this lean states. Okay, also I had to make a variable which is a boolean by the name of leaning. This will be used inside the anim blueprint. Let me show you guys the anim blueprint. As you can see, I'm obtaining the player reference and I'm obtaining this leaning variable from the player reference, I'm sorry, and then also obtaining this lean states enum from the player reference and saving it locally in the anim blueprint. Okay, in terms of leaning code, this is the shell of the leaning code, the outside shell. Basically you're pressing the lean left input action and the lean right one, and you are respectively setting the state to be left and right. Let's just look at the underlying code. This much is the underlying code. It's very simple, like totally simple. All you have to do is just check this particular variable. Okay, this is the external variable that is being passed on by the user, right? That is basically me. So what I'm checking is canted site on? If it is on, I don't want to do anything. Like, you have to turn it off on your own, simple as that. If it is not on, which is good, we'll move on and we'll see, are we leaning? If we are not leaning, basically if we are in a static pose, we'll just set leaning to true and then set that particular state where we want to lean. Okay, and this part, these two variables are the helper variables for the animation. So if we go to the anim graph, see this one, enable leaning. This one is enabling the pose. Okay, it is enabling the static pose to the new lean pose, as you can see here. And the other variable, this lean states, what I'm doing is I'm running a blend poses by enum using the e lean states and using this enum as the switch on it, and it is doing default lean left and lean right. Basically whatever the values this will have, I mean this enum will have, these poses will appear accordingly. If I add more poses in this enum, there will be more poses here, simple as that. And you can hook this up and that's it, it will run accordingly. So whenever you'll change that variable, this variable is changed here and the pose is changed respectively. Same as with this boolean, whenever this boolean is changed, the pose is changed respectively. And it's actually the same code as compared to what we had before in the canted side. The static one is the static one. To lean left, we have the same as canted side, the negative values, but to lean right, we have positive values, simple as that. And I know these are not the perfect values, but I just copy pasted them just to test the credibility of this code. And let's just move on. So as you can see, if we are not leaning, we want to lean and set the value of the lean state to be whatever the user just passed. As you can see here, it is left and right respectively. So what I'm doing is I'm just checking the external input, the one decided by the key bindings. Basically this is the external input, right? This is being decided on runtime. So it is going to compare that value to the existing state. Okay, if they are same, basically if you are leaning left and existing state is left and the input also is left, so what will happen is it will just disable the leaning. But if it is not, basically let's say you are leaning left and you press the other key to lean to right? So what will happen is this false thing will run because, well, left is not equal to right, so it will run false and the state is changed. As you can see, the state is being directly sent over to this place. So whatever you are inputting outside is going to stay there. So it works. Like if you're leaning left, you again press the left key, leaning is disabled. If you're leaning left and you press the right key, leaning is switched to right. And since these variables are, like I said, very sensitive and you're toggling them, the animation blueprints work accordingly. And we have something that works perfectly like this. Yeah, I'll have to adjust the values. They look really horrible, but it's okay. I'll do it, no issues. That's it, guys. That's all I have for you. It's not much, I agree, but it is what it is. And soon I'll be back with more updates. Don't worry, okay? I'll try to work harder even more. And that's it, guys. Thanks for being here. Thank you for watching. And if you guys like what I'm doing, just please support me. You have my Patreon in the description link. And if you guys want to donate me directly, you can just reach out to me and maybe I'll make a PayPal or something. And that's it, guys. If you like this video, just give it a like and share it with other developers or people you may know. See you in the next one, okay? Take care and thanks. Cheers.